The land existed before roads learned to divide it, before strangers learned its name or survived speaking it. This was a secret land called Ụmụ-Omar, a village guarded by ancient trees and feared waters. At its heart flowed Omar River, Hail Secret River, a living spirit hidden beneath the skin of water. The elders said the river had eyes. It saw truth. It remembered blood. In that village lived two sisters, born of the same womb, but not of the same destiny. The elder sister was Ugoma. The younger was Anyanwu. From childhood, the difference between them was clear like day and night. Ugoma was strong, sharp-tongued, and proud. But Anyanwu was beauty itself. When she walked, people turned. When she smiled, even the sun softened. Her skin glowed like fresh palm oil under firelight, and her eyes carried calm, the kind that made people feel safe. The elders used to say, Anyanwu was not born, she was sent. Ugoma heard those words, and each time something dark tightened inside her chest. As they grew, Anyanwu's beauty only deepened. Young men brought gifts they could not afford. Golds, wrappers. Women whispered her name with envy. Children followed her like shadows. Ugoma watched. Ugoma listened. Ugoma burned. She began to hate the sound of her sister's laughter, hate the way her mother smiled more when Anyanwu entered the room, hate how the village called Anyanwu Adamu, daughter of spirits. Then came the prince. His name was Obinna, son of the neighboring kingdom, heir to a throne rich with gold and warriors. When he first arrived in Ụmụ-Omar, the village drums shook the ground. He came with horses, guards, and gifts meant to choose a wife. Ugoma believed, deep in her heart, that destiny owed her this moment. But destiny had already chosen. The first time Prince Obinna saw Anyanwu by the riverbank, fetching water at dawn, he froze. They said his guards had to call his name 3 times before he answered. That very day, he asked the elders only one question. Who is the girl with the eyes of mourning? From that moment, Ugoma's jealousy became a sickness. She stopped eating well. Her dreams turned dark. At night, she heard whispers telling her, remove her. She went to a dibia in secret, one who lived at the edge of the forest, where even goats refused to enter. The dibia looked into his cowries and shook his head. Do not touch the child of light, he warned. Her blood will not rest. Ugoma left angry. Fear had no place in her heart anymore. She planned carefully. One evening, as the sky bled red and the wind went silent, Ugoma called Anyanwu. Sister, she said softly, forcing a smile, let us go to Omar River. I need to talk to you, alone. Anyanwu agreed. She trusted her sister. Blood does that. At the riverbank, the water was unusually still. No frogs croaked, no birds sang. The old women later said Omar River was holding its breath. Ugoma spoke of childhood, of memories, of pain. Then she cried. Anyanwu stepped closer, her heart full of pity. That was when Ugoma pushed her. Anyanwu screamed. Once, before the water swallowed her, she fought. She reached out. Her fingers touched Ugoma's wrapper. Ugoma stepped back and watched. The river closed. The moment Anyawu's blood touched Ụmụ-Omar River, the water turned dark. A cold wind rose. The trees shook violently. Ugoma ran, her heart pounding, her ears ringing with a sound like distant drums. The village searched for days. They found Anyawu's body 3 days later. Downstream, her eyes open, her face peaceful. That the elders knew this was no ordinary death. They buried her with rituals, but something was wrong. Dogs howled every night. Children woke screaming. The river began to claim lives. Fishermen drowned in shallow water. Women slipped and vanished. Then Ugoma began to see her. At first, it was only in dreams. Anyanwu stood dripping wet, her hair tangled with river weeds, her eyes no longer kind. "Sister, the spirit, you left me." Ugoma woke screaming. Then the dreams followed her into the day. She saw wet footprints leading into her hut. She heard her name called from the river at night. Her skin began to rot in patches, as if touched by cold water that never dried. The elders called a great divination. The dibia threw his cowries and screamed, "The river is angry. Blood betrayed blood. The killer lives among us." Ugoma tried to run that night. She never made it past the riverbank. Witnesses said the water rose like hands. They heard Ugoma begging. They heard a voice not human, not spirit. Say. From that day, Ụmụ-Omar River calmed but never forgot. Till today, elders warn. Do not go to Ụmụ-Omar River at night. Do not betray blood. Do not let jealousy grow teeth. Because they say when the moon is full, a beautiful woman can still be seen standing on the water, her eyes glowing, her voice soft and deadly. And her name is Anyanwu, and she is still angry. Moral of the story: jealousy is a quiet evil that grows in the heart and destroys both the innocent and the guilty. When a person allows envy to rule them, they lose their humanity and invite consequences greater than their intentions. The story teaches that blood injustice never stays hidden, whether before humans or spirits. Truth may sink for a while, but it will always rise, and when it does, it returns with consequences. It also warns that sacred things must never be disrespected. Places, traditions, and spiritual forces that protect the community will turn against anyone who brings evil into them. Above all, the story reminds us that no blessing is worth another person's destruction, and that betrayal, especially between family, carries a punishment that echoes beyond death.